Gloombats are one of the brand new entities introduced in the Floor 2 update for Roblox stores, and although many of you have probably seen them, you might not have known about their variations. That's right, Gloombats have variations, and in this video I'll be showing all of them to you. I don't want to keep you waiting any longer, so with all of that being said, let's begin. Alrighty, so in total there are 8 different variations of the Gloombat entity, each with a unique eye and body color. Furthermore, the color of the Gloombat eggs you find on the ground determine what color variation Gloombat will hatch out of it. So, throughout this video, I'll be showcasing to you what each egg color looks like in addition to its respective variation. Now, I've gone through the process of discovering each variety of Gloombat. Well, most of them, I'll touch up on that a little later, but I'll be showcasing them to you in the order from most common to most rare, at least based on my experience. Okay, so with that out of the way, the most common Gloombat you can encounter are green ones. Notable for their green eyes and green bodies, this variation is typically encountered whenever you find any swarm of Gloombats, making it the easiest to find. Something I would like to mention though is that the color of a Gloombat doesn't influence their mechanics. The variations are just visual, but they are still pretty cool to see and document. Moving on, the next most common variation you can encounter are orange Gloombats. I've been able to find these in most swarms of the entity, but they do appear less frequently than the green variety, mainly only appearing once or twice in every swarm. Next up, we have blue Gloombats. These ones definitely look the coolest in my opinion, and they are also pretty easy to encounter. I will say though that we are starting to get into the territory where you might not encounter a certain variation of the entity whenever you are faced with a swarm. Moving on, we have pink Gloombats. I've been able to encounter these nearly the same amount of times as I've encountered the blue variation, so they aren't too rare to find. Still, they are pretty cool to see. In fact, there have been multiple times where I've confused the eggs of this Gloombat for the rarest one in the game, at least based on my experience, but I'll discuss that a little later. Next up, we have red Gloombats. These guys are often confused with the pink Gloombats given how their eye colors are very similar. However, if we take a look at their eggs, we can notice that they are in fact 2 separate variations. This is the start of the variations which are somewhat difficult to find, so keep your eye out for the following ones. Moving on, we have yellow Gloombats. As you could probably guess, they have a yellow skin tone as well as yellow glowing eyes. There isn't too much to say about these guys, other than, at least based on what I've seen, they are pretty hard to encounter. Now, in second to last, we have white Gloombats. I've only ever encountered these a handful of times, so keep a lookout as they are quite a spectacle to see. I will say though that these guys are notoriously difficult to keep track of, as their eye color can mislead you into thinking they are a more common variation, so don't be fooled by that. Lastly, we have the rarest variation of Gloombat. This is the purple Gloombat, and as you can probably see, I have never encountered this one. I've only ever found its egg, but unfortunately I didn't take a picture of what the actual entity looked like. If any of you guys have ever seen this Gloombat variation and recorded it, let me know in the comments and send me the image, as I really want to see what it looks like. Anyways, those were all of the Gloombat variations in Roblox stores. Let me know which one was your favorite in the comments, and with all of that being said, thank you all for watching and I hope you enjoyed.